Okay, so day 5, we're going to talk about the koshas today. And so when Isabel did her mindfulness course for kids, she did this really fun exercise about the koshas. And I talk about the koshas again in Project Life because I think they're really valuable way to look at yourself. They're a valuable way to practice mindfulness. And so what she did is she had everybody go get 5 layers of clothing. Well, hopefully they already had our first layer of clothing on. And so she started with, okay, your first layer, this is your physical being. Okay, this is my skin, my heart beating, right? It's where I'm sensing hunger. It's where I'm feeding myself. You know, hopefully with practicing mindfulness, you start eating more intentionally. Okay, well, there's that. And then you have your energetic layer. And this is where we start getting in with like the chakras a little bit, but you have this vibration, I feel like, that surrounds you, or maybe it doesn't surround you, but you do have access to it. As you start taking care of your physical being better, then this is also where our humankind project, it really comes in, and like, we want to first level take care of that strength and all those levels of self-care, just so our body feels good. But that's just like the tip of the iceberg. We have so much more potential than that. Okay, so you got this energetic level that the more you practice the yoga and practice doing meditation, connecting, maybe with carrying crystals with you during the day, whatever hippie thing that you think would help you access this. You totally can just access this intentionally in your mind. Like, okay, you can feel, connect in silence. There's this energy and feel that. But the more we connect with that energetic force, the more we become, it's that second layer. We have another layer on us to like not only blanket us in warmth, but also to protect us, not like to extract us from the world, but to protect us in making us stronger. It's like another layer of armor on us that helps us engage in the world better. And then the one that gets harder is the third layer is our emotional being. And sometimes we don't want to touch that emotional layer. Okay, and so today's mindfulness activity is going to be first to be like, think about what your physical layer feels like. If you need to hop over to another course and do a workout and see like, oh man, okay, my shoulders feel good, or like when I eat, my digestion feels good, or my blood sugar levels feel stable. And then, you know, maybe the chakras, you're thinking like, okay, I've done some of Robin's chakra meditations, and I feel this vibration and this energy. And now I'm like, ooh, my emotions. Okay, let me sit in those for a second and be like, man, how do I feel? Like, am I feeling happy? Am I feeling sadness? Is there frustration, or is there a trigger that I'm avoiding? Okay, maybe the yoga video where I get into the hips, I think it's the second vinyasa, I start talking about how, you know, you start hitting some of these pigeon poses or lizard poses, and it might hit a trigger point, and that's normal. That's okay. So what do you do with those emotions though after is the hard part. And so sitting in them in meditation and just acknowledging them is huge. Journaling them is a great way to address them, finding somebody you can talk to about them, understanding their source. But denying our emotions is never the solution, right? So trying to get there. And then we get to our thinking layer. And this layer can have different meanings. Our thinking layer could absolutely be like problem solving, doing Mensa puzzles, engaging in Sudoku puzzles. I know for me, when I just running this business, it takes a lot of layers of thinking. And sometimes I have to actually get myself out of that layer way more because I spend too much time in that layer. That's just my tendency. Some people's tendency isn't even to go into that thinking layer very much. So catching yourself, am I just distracting myself and avoiding that thinking layer? But that thinking layer is really important. And then the last is our peaceful layer, our bliss layer. And making sure that we show up to all of these layers is important. So when we show up and maybe we do a yoga and we're taking care of our physical well-being, making sure when we make time for Shavasana in that blissful layer, or sitting in our meditation in our blissful layer, and just allowing to soak in the present moment is like the best thing we can do to practice mindfulness, right? Just from like day one, just being present, walking on the beach or in the park or forest or on a mountain, and just taking in the senses that are around us. And then eventually we start to bring in that energy of that third layer into that bliss layer, and we can feel that heightened sense of awareness that there's more to us than just our skin and our beating heart and our breath. Those are important, that we're acknowledging them, but that there's more to us than just that. Okay, so day 5, trying to acknowledge all those layers. Walk yourself through a kosher meditation, and see if you find where there's a deficiencies, or see if there's a place where you would really like to feel more in that sense of, in that layer. Okay, see you tomorrow.